Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 611 of our trek, and today is Wisdom Wednesday. Every Wednesday on Long Life's Trail, we will dig for the nuggets of wisdom that are found in the book of Proverbs. Today, we will explore Proverbs 10 from the Voice translation, which will give us a fresh perspective on this book of timeless wisdom. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. It has been a cooler but pleasant week so far. This past weekend, I was able to finish cutting up the trees that we had chopped down in February. We will wait until fall to split the larger pieces, which will give them time to dry out. We certainly will have enough firewood for a few winter seasons. Our granddaughter Hazel is at Nationwide Children's Hospital for 2 days again this week as she begins her next phase of her treatments. She is responding very well to the treatments, and at this point her blood, her spinal fluid, and the bone marrow are all clear of leukemia cells. Her hemoglobin and immune system have also stabilized back to a normal range for a child her age. Although these are great results, it will not shorten the treatment time period. It may mean, though, that the treatments will not have to be quite as extensive. We are grateful to God and to everyone who has prayed or helped in any other manner. If you'd like to keep up with the news about Hazel and read the blog post that her father Nat is writing about Hazel's progress, you can access it at basilforhazel.org. We would appreciate your continued prayer for Hazel and her tribe. Your life will always be full of unexpected twists and turns, obstacles and hardships, but also days where seemingly the smallest actions can overwhelm your soul with gratitude for the blessings of another day in which you can enjoy life. The smallest of words, a smile, a kind deed can bring wealth untold. As we begin this new section in the book of Proverbs with chapter 10, our focus for today will be called Words and Wealth. This chapter begins the collection of the Proverbs themselves. These short 2-line sayings are easy to memorize and really pack a punch. The first collection of Proverbs extends from chapter 10, verse 1 through chapter 22, verse 16, and we're told that they come from King Solomon. We know the book has been carefully designed, at least as a whole. There are 375 Proverbs in this section, and interestingly, the numeric value for Solomon in Hebrew is 375. Someone has thoughtfully curated these sayings for us to read and to ponder. Among all the Proverbs in chapter 10, 2 themes are repeatedly highlighted: words and wealth. There's a strong emphasis on the power of words and how they can create good or bring disaster. A person who is full of meaningless chatter doesn't control his mouth, as listed in verses 8 and 10, and invites ruin in verse 14. In contrast, the mouth of the righteous is a spring of life and adds value to others, such as mentioned in verses 11, 16, and 20. You'll also notice that verses 2 through 5 speak of abundance or poverty as a long-term result of one's behavior. A slack hand produces nothing but poverty. But God loves to bless the industrious and hard work of the wise, verse 22. As you listen to the various Proverbs today, pay attention to how wealth is acquired or lost. Sometimes our own decisions play a key role, but other times forces beyond our control are at work. How does this lead to reverence of the Eternal One and how you think about your money and possessions? So listen up now as I read from Proverbs chapter 10. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes his father glad, and a foolish one fills his mother with sorrow. Riches gained through dishonest means will eventually vanish, but doing what is right avoids deadly consequences. The Eternal One does not allow the right living to go hungry, but he will frustrate the plans of the wicked. A slack hand produces nothing but poverty, but the industrious hand soon takes hold of riches. A wise son stores up for the winter months while it is still summer, but the shameful son lies around even during the harvest. Blessings come to those who do what is right, but words spoken by the wicked cover up violent schemes. The memory of one who lived with integrity brings joy, but the legacy of a wrongdoer will rot away. The wise at heart will gladly obey direction, but the one who fills the air with meaningless talk will fall into ruin. The path of integrity is always safe, but a person who follows crooked ways will be exposed. Whoever winks with the eye signals trouble, and whoever fills the air with meaningless talk will fall into ruin. The mouth of the righteous is a spring of life, but the words of the wicked cover up violent schemes. Hatred fuels dissension, but love calms all rebellions. Wisdom lives when insightful words are spoken, but harsh punishment awaits the senseless. The wise store up knowledge as a safeguard, but the meaningless chatter of fools means that chaos is near. The wealth of the rich is their powerful fortress, The poverty of poor reduces them to rubble. The reward of those who do right is a satisfied life, but the profits gained by those who do wrong is used to sin. Those who accept instructions are travelers on the road to a meaningful life, but those who refuse correction wander off and pave the path to ruin. Lips that lie cover deep-seated hatred, but whoever spreads a rumor is acting as a fool. The more you talk, the more likely you will cross the line and say the wrong thing. But if you are wise, you will speak less and with restraint. The speech of those who do right is of greater value than the finest silver, but the thoughts of wrongdoers are worthless. The right living teach many, but fools die with no clue on how to live well. The blessing of the Eternal is what makes someone rich, and he doesn't add pain to it. Mischief is the sport of fools, but wise action brings joy to the person with insight. Whatever wrongdoers fear the most will happen to them, but those who do right will receive what they long for. After the storm has passed, the wrongdoers are blown away, but those who do right are safe and sound on a firm foundation forever. As vinegar vexes the teeth, and smoke irritates the eyes, so a slacker annoys his boss. Reverence for the Eternal makes a long and peaceful life, but the wrongdoer will have years taken away. The hope of those who do right is joy and celebration, but the only prospect of those who do wrong is futility. The way of the Eternal offers safety to those who love justice, but it destroys those who perpetuate evil. The right living will never have their land taken away, but wrongdoers will be uprooted. Wisdom flows from the mouths of those who do right, but tongues that twist the truth will be cut out. The lips of the right living understand what is proper, but the mouth of the wrongdoers twist and pervert the truth. Well, that will conclude our exploration of Proverbs chapter 10. If we use our words wisely to encourage and help others, and if we diligently work hard at whatever God has provided us to do, then the result will be both material and non-material wealth. Next week, we will continue with Solomon's wisdom with Proverbs chapter 11. Each week, we will explore a full chapter of Proverbs, so I hope that you'll join us so that you can gain wisdom, insight, and understanding for yourself. The entire book of Proverbs provides us with rich wisdom, insight, and understanding on a myriad of life issues. And regardless of where you are on your faith walk, if the precepts of Proverbs are followed, your life will be rich and satisfying. I encourage you to take and plant the seeds of wisdom into your heart so that you'll reap a harvest of wisdom throughout your entire life. Tomorrow we will hike another short trail on our Wisdom Unplugged series where we will discover an inspirational wisdom quote. So encourage your friends and family to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our trek for today. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks or read the Wisdom Journal, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe at iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.